This is for you, Dan.
On July 1st, 2000, Mr. and Mrs. Toe and their son Eric decided to get a pet.
We have this perfect family, but just something's missing. What do you think we should do to make this family just absolutely complete?
I think
Any
we
ideas?
need to get a dog.
Yeah, let's get a dog.
A dog? That's a great idea. Let's cheers to a dog. What do you think, Eric?
Yeah.
A dog it is.
How about a black lab?
A black lab.
Hey,
Do you think we could get one?
I want to see all the dogs first.
Okay.
That we can choose.
Okay.
So you're interested in dogs? Well, I've been selling dog toys for years. I've been selling dogs. I've got 3 of the greatest dogs. You don't have to take all 3. If you do, I'll give you a deal. This one is a German Shepherd. She's a good dog. She listens very well. Her name is Bean. If you keep an eye on her. Casey here, he's a good Labrador. He likes to go swimming, and he actually likes to roll around out in the yard on his back. And then there's this one. He's kind of special. I was kind of thinking of keeping this one for myself, but for you, you seem like a nice family, and I'd be happy to let you have this guy. His name is Giant. I know he looks little now. He's just a little puppy, and you know, I know his mouth is open and it looks like he's biting, but he doesn't bite at all. He won't do that. But you know, I was gonna keep him, but maybe I could give him to you for $347,000.
Will you take a check?
Of course, Mr. Toe.
Okay, so that'll be $347,000 plus tax.
Let's round it off to 500,000, sir.
Yeah, well, why don't we just make it, yeah, 500,000 will be fine. How would you like to pay for that, sir?
I'd like to pay for that in cash.
Trying to back away here.
Yeah, pay for this in cash. Here you go, cash.
Have a receipt, please?
Oh, yeah.
Here's your receipt, Mr. Toe. Thank you very much. Now, I've really got to close up the store. I'd like to talk to you more about the dog.
Well,
Why don't we get going? Why don't we just go on? Let me show you the door.
Wait a minute, what about the return policy?
If you have any trouble, you let me know, but I got to close. Thank you.
They picked a black lab and named him Giant because he was so big. As soon as they took Giant home, he bit Eric and his parents.
Don't bite me, pretend.
Oh, Bacchus, the goddess of grape. Look, refilled my glass. And our dog is here. Look, Giant.
Giant.
Hi, Giant.
Giant!
Hi, Giant. Ah!
Giant, don't bite.
Oh!
He's biting.
Oh.
Ow!
Oh, Eric, you're bleeding. Mrs. Toe, Wilma, help Eric.
He's got my hand.
Whoa.
Oh!
The
Giant.
monster.
Why do you
No.
bite so
Eric,
much?
are you
He's
okay?
not a monster!
He's a monster,
He's
I tell
our
you.
dog!
Ah.
But has bad breath.
Oh my
by
God,
the
I'm missing
way.
2 fingers.
They had to go to the hospital to get stitches.
Oh, thank God the hospital was in Sonoma. We've got some at least fine wine to dull our pains.
And our dog is with us.
I'm glad that dog's in the hospital.
Oh my gosh.
Get away from
Why did you bite us, Giant?
I don't know. I asked for.
My toe is wounded.
Well.
Oh, my toe.
Joe Toe and his wife Wilma were thinking about taking Giant to a dog school. Eric agreed with his parents.
Giant.
Do we return Giant or do we take him to school? What do you
I
think?
don't know. I think we should take him to school to learn.
I don't know. The hospital
Because we
bills.
have to pay
and-
more bucks to get our money back. Twice as
He's
much.
non-refundable. We should take him to school.
Oh, what did we do? What did we do?
I want to throw him out in the garbage with this.
Oy vey.
But what's?
The next day, they signed Giant up at dog school. Giant was going to learn to sit and stay and not bite anyone. On the first day, Giant met his trainer, Gloria. She tried to teach him how to sit.
Giant, you were the sit!
Giant was on a wooden platform.
Perfect.
Gloria said, "Sit, Giant." Giant just stood on his 4 legs and didn't move.
Giant, you will sit!
Gloria pointed to a dog who was sitting. She repeated the command, and Giant finally sat. Gloria rewarded him with a dog treat.
Good, Cassie. Giant, sit! Sit, Giant! Good dog.
At the second class, Gloria taught the dogs to stop and stay. Gloria walked, and the dogs followed her. Then she said, "Stop!" The dogs stopped. The next was stay. Gloria said, "Stay!" And the dogs stayed put.
Giant. Stop. Stop. Stay.
Well, she's German.
Page 9. All the dogs in the class paid attention, except Giant. He refused to stop and stay. He was the only dog who didn't get a treat. Mr. and Mrs. Toad were embarrassed in front of all the other dog owners. So they spent the next few days practicing with Giant. He had a lot of homework to do.
Giant, sit. 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 Good boy, Giant. Good boy.
It was the 3rd class. At the 3rd class, the dogs were going to learn to not bite anyone. They practiced on bacon. Gloria held the bacon high in her hand. She commanded the dogs to get in a line.
And this is the final exam. You will take the bacon gently. And a cookie for you. A
Bacon.
cookie for Giant. And a cookie for you.
They all got in a line, including Giant. That was because he smelled the bacon. He ate the bacon gently out of Gloria's hand and never bit a person again.
Good dog.
The next week was graduation. On Monday, Mr. and Mrs. Toe and the other owners brought their dogs to the dog school. All of the dogs were clean and shiny. They got special treats for working so hard in obedience class.
Good dog.
Giant got a blue first place ribbon for never biting again. And he never did.
Giant, here is your ribbon.
Giant is a winner. Here's a little bit about the author of this book. He is 8 years old. He's in 2nd grade. His favorite game is tag. His favorite uncle is not me. He also likes video games. He likes good cheese. And this, right here, is his first hardback publication.
Nice.
Look,